Hello everyone again. Welcome to the Seaside Tarot channel. My name's Lucy. If you haven't been here before, I live in Australia, down under, so it's summertime here. So a nice gentle breeze from the seas coming in through the doorway. So I thought, good time to do a VR to a tag called Forever Decks. My Forever Decks. Now this one I struggled with because all my decks I consider forever, but I narrowed it down to the decks that I've used recently, and I wouldn't want to give these ones up in a hurry, so I figure they must be forever decks. I've only limited to tarot because I have quite a few oracle that I consider forever oracle. I'll never sell them, and so for that we'll start. In 2018 I came back to tarot after a hiatus of 16 years. I moved into oracle and I Ching and runes during the earlier part of this century, and in 2018, well in 2017 probably, I started back with tarot, and I haven't looked back. I haven't counted the number of decks I've got, but I've probably got too many and they probably need to be culled. So this is a good exercise for me to realize what's important and what's not. So I'd like to thank everyone who has participated in this tag. I've enjoyed watching everyone's videos, and let's start. So the first one when I came back to tarot was the Llewellyn. I keep it in a box because it's special for me. Reason it's special is my ancestors come from Wales, and the Llewellyn, published by Llewellyn, is a deck of Welsh mythology. So this deck holds my ancestry and my DNA and all things Welsh. So for that reason I will always keep this deck. It's not going anywhere. So I'll just put the box. It comes in this Llewellyn box, and I don't know when this version was published. I haven't got the book with me, but let's get the deck out of the box. Pretty box for a special deck. And the Llewellyn, you've probably seen it on many other channels. Dawn Michelle has trimmed hers. I'm not going to do that, and I haven't been able to source another backup copy so that I can trim it with this cardstock, this particular cardstock, because I like this one, not the glossy new one. Now this deck was created by, and the artist was Anna Maria Ferguson. I think she did the Arthurian Tarot as well, and it's hand painted with watercolor, and that's my favorite tower of all towers. And I've used this for romantic readings with friends, and it's just a very favorite deck with a lot of memories to it and a lot of history behind it. So it's not going anywhere fast. That's why I use it as a romantic deck. And last year I studied a lot of the goddesses from all over the world, but mainly from the Celtic period. So look at that page. So a lot of work's gone into this to paint this. So that's the Llewellyn. There's one particular card, the moon card, I think it is. The priestess is good too. Moon card is special as well, if I can find it. The Empress is good, and the Hermit. So it's a Rider-Waite clone, so it's easy to read if you know the Rider-Waite system. And so that's the Llewellyn. No, the moon's not coming up. The moon's not coming up. Three of Cups is a special card. Probably right at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I could have passed it already, hey? The moon, look at that. The Lake of Maidens. So the guidebook goes into the mythology behind the characters within these cards. Pretty gruesome stories, some of them. Anyway, that's my first one I want to show you. The second one is the Guyan Tarot. Now, I only discovered this one last year. I did have the more recent version, and the cards are a lot bigger than the Llewellyn version by Joanna Powell Colbert. And Llewellyn boxes are big, aren't they? They're too big. But this one is so special. It represents where I live. The sunflowers, we have fields of sunflowers up the back of my hamlet by the sea. We have market gardens. We have gardens all over, and it's subtropics, so it's always green. We have creeks with clear water that you can see the fish in. So for me, this is my home. This is my home. And my era as well, because I think this, not sure, but I think Joanna did this in the 90s. Was it the 90s? I haven't got the book. This is my backup copy, by the way, because I like it so much, and I haven't opened it. It's very special. Look at the Nine of Water. And the families in my area, it's just lovely. There's Joanna herself on the card, Nine of Earth. And even though it has birds and animals from, I think it's the northwest, I still feel very close to this deck. And we get bushfires here as well, lots of them. And we have people who do drumming circles and crystal bowl circles, and there's me swimming in the creek by the sea. So very special deck for me. And the guidebook is excellent. The guidebook is excellent. It gives you what to meditate on. I think it gives you an affirmation or a mantra. So yeah, if you get a chance and you see the Guyan Llewellyn version on the second-hand market, check it out. Check it out. I think you'll be very pleased with the deck. All right, let's move on. So last year, and you've probably seen me mention this before, the Baroque Tarot was a very special deck for me last year, and I would keep this forever as well because it gives such clear crystal readings. And I did a big study on the Baroque period and the Baroque art and architecture of that period, and I used this on a number of readings with people. Look at that strength, isn't that beautiful? I should move over a bit. I'm so frightened of bumping the camera. Isn't that beautiful card? Ah, I love lions. I went to Africa and saw the white lions. Well, it's just a very special day. Yes, so this really represents the art of that period. All Michelangelo and all the Italian artists that painted during the Baroque period, and then it moved to Spain, and the artists there then migrated up to Brussels and up around Holland, and then it went across to England. So it's a Rider-Waite clone, but even so, it's just a lot nicer to look at than the traditional Rider-Waite Smith decks. I do have them, and would I get rid of them? No, because I have them dating back to 1970, but I prefer reading with more colour, and the cardstock on this one is excellent. It's that really nice core, it has a nice core in it. So yeah, this is the Baroque, and I think you can still get it on Etsy. It's just it's very traditional, I suppose you could say. Some people think it's too dark, but I think it's lovely. I think it represents the period itself. Look at that hermit. And the magician. That's probably why they think it's dark. You can't see his face. He's the magician. And Temperance, the angel, mercy. Is it Raphael, the healing angel? So this is the Baroque. I hope I'm saying that right. Someone corrected me in one of my previous videos. I think I'm saying it correctly. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm not. I'll just pop that there. And it comes with a little guide. Not just a page for each card, and it's got the colour image of the card on the page. So I found this really easy to use, particularly with other people. So that's the Baroque Tarot. Next, let's see, this one. Now I'll probably say this one wrong. I get a little bit, I'm dyslexic, so I get a little bit tongue-tied on certain things. Hasn't stopped me over the years being dyslexic. So this is the Phthonic Tarot, and it didn't come in a box, so I've got a nice lovely silk, raw silk bag on one side and just cotton on the other, but it's a nice wrap, which you can buy on Etsy as well. So they're the backs. Did I show you? They're the backs of the Baroque. They're the backs of the Llewellyn. And they're the backs of the Guyan Tarot. And these are the Phthonic. Anyway, this is my I used it last year for shadow work and fairy work and goddess work and all the mystical tags that were going around. So I would never get rid of this. Look at the Tower, Kali. How appropriate is that? Knight of Wands. Is that the Phoenix rising? So this is an indie deck, and I think the creator is from New Zealand. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I have a memory like a sieve. And of course it has a suit of crystals, and I've been collecting crystals since the 80s. And 90s. I was studying crystal healing. So this is sort of like a crystal deck. A healing deck. Cathartic for the Princess of Crystals. And there's Nine of Cups. So yes, this would come with me. If there was a fire in my house, I'd probably grab this one, because I keep it in a wrap, and I'd grab everything that was in wraps. Not big boxes. I'll show you the name of the deck. It's Pythonic Tarot. Phthonic. So this one would come with me. It's a forever deck. I will never sell this deck. It's all my fairies and crystals, and that side of my psyche is in that deck. Now the last one I'm going to show you, oops, sorry everyone, that's what I was afraid of. I need a new stand, one that doesn't move. The last one I'm going to show you is the Unfolding Path Tarot, and I was trying to find the creator of this deck. It's one of the more recent decks in my collection, and I've been using it for 2 months now, and I actually prefer it to the Light Seers. I have the Light Seers. I have the indie and the mass market version of the Light Seer, but this is superseded that deck. So I might be selling some of my Chris Ann's decks, because I really like this one. And I took it away on a holiday to Tasmania last month. It doesn't have a very big guidebook. It's just got just keywords. But I'm trying to look for the artist. Siani. I'll put this one up so you can see too. That's her website. Come on. Athena. Anyway, it was a Kickstarter last year, and I didn't back it because I thought, I've got the lights here, so I don't need another one, another modern deck. I'm not a modern deck girl, but this one has superseded all decks. I really like this one, and it's now become my most favorite of all decks, and it would come with me wherever I go, along with the Guyan, along with the Llewellyn, and along with the Baroque, and am I missing one? Oh yeah, the Phthonic. This one would have to be my number one at the moment. I never say never. At the moment, this is my number one. It has diversity, it has of age, of color, of size. It doesn't distinguish between any culture. It's just a lovely deck. There's the Three of Cups. That's a special card. And there isn't one card in here that I don't like. Whereas in the Lightseers, there's about 2 or 3 that irritate me a bit. Some people wouldn't like this one, but it doesn't bother me. And this one is never going anywhere. Look at that. It's just, it represents our community at the moment. I wouldn't consider trading this one for anything. I just like it so much. And it has crystals in it, which makes it special. It's easy to read. It's a Rider-Waite clone with a modern twist, and it's coming with me wherever I go. So I hope I haven't cut you out of the pictures. So this is the unfolding path. This is me doing yoga. And there's the crystals again. No, and the cardstock's lovely, and it's a nice size for me to shuffle, even though I can't riffle shuffle because of my thumbs. But this one, oh, and there's the backs, aren't they lovely? There's the backs, and it's reverse. You can read it, reversals in this one. So I riffle shuffle like that. So look at that. It works. It works. I can't bridge. My thumbs don't work. So they're my forever decks. These ones will never leave my collection, and I hope you have enjoyed my selection. And I wish everyone a happy February, a happy Valentine's Day, and many blessings. Many blessings. Ooh. I'm not doing this very well. Dawn Michelle does this excellently. She stops the camera, and there's my flatte. So, many blessings, everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye.